Good morning, AIS investors. This is Susan Middlemas and I have Phil Thomas, CEO and President of AIS Resources, with me to discuss the exciting gold projects the company is working on. Hi, Phil.
Hi, Susan. How are you?
Good. AIS Resources has recently acquired 3 very exciting options over gold exploration licenses, 2 in Victoria and 1 in New South Wales. How would you rate them compared to other projects nearby, and what stage of exploration are they?
We're very excited about the 3 projects we've got so far. The 2 in Victoria, one is near the Kirkland Fosterville mine, which is called Tooleen Fosterville. And we have been very lucky to get a significant amount of exploration done, air core drilling, deep ground penetrating radar, a lot of sampling, and most amazingly, we've found nearly $120,000 worth of gold just sitting on the surface in what we call the Permian gravels. Our strategy there is to try and find an epizonal deposit similar to Kirkland Lake at Fosterville, but if that fails, I'm sure there's a significant amount of reef material around and alluvial gold to make it a success. Kingston property is north of Fosterville, but close to the town of Navarre and only 35 kilometres north of Staywell. And Staywell is where there's a significant mine operating at the moment, taking out roughly 150,000 ounces of gold a year. Kingston's exciting as well because there are 2 mines there, one that BHP put down and another mine which was Range Resources, and there's a significant amount of exploration that's been done in that area. However, the area is 167 square kilometres, and so in the following weeks we will be doing due diligence over that area, and I'm sure we'll be able to conclude a transaction. In New South Wales we have exploration licence 5831, which is near the town of Yalgogran North, and that's had a significant amount of drilling work done on it, auguring and costining, and it's probably the most advanced stage exploration project. And Thomson Resources, our nearby neighbour, has got some stunning drilling results, and we're hoping to get an IP survey underway this summer and follow through with drilling after that.
You're very close to Fosterville with your Tooleen deposit. Is there any chance you will discover another Fosterville with 2.6 million ounce?
Yeah, the chance is very high because we're between the Mount William Fault, which is to the west, and the Whitelaw Fault, which is to the east, and hopefully we can get some gold deposit mineralisation and evidence of an epizonal deposit deep down. At the moment, drilling's only gone to 20 metres, and most of these deposits are around 100 to 200 metres, as investors would have seen with Fosterville in its latest drilling results. We think that there's significant reefs because there's quartz everywhere on the property, and while it's only 26 square kilometres, it's sufficient enough for us to continue exploration and find a large-sized project. There are 3 historic mines on the property, and we'll be looking to twin drill those shafts to identify what the old timers were looking at. However, we expect if we go down to 400 metres, we'll be more successful than they were.
Why is the area adjacent to Tooleen, within 12 kilometres from Fosterville, under moratorium?
It's under moratorium because the government decided in a deal with Fosterville to exchange part of their area in that 12-kilometre corridor for a re-tender. So they got a mining licence in exchange for exploration. So that tender finished in February this year, and they apparently got some very significant bids for the corridor that we're adjacent to. So at this stage we're waiting to see what happens, but it's a strategic block from a straight staking point of view, and from an exploration point of view, clearly the potential and prospectivity is very high.
Kingston seems to be an unbelievable deal where you get 15% royalty on gold mined for no investment. How has that come about?
Yes, it was a very successful negotiation. The people that own the prospector's licence, which is 5 hectares or 0.05 of a square kilometre, will commence mining this summer. When they do commence mining this summer, they may continue with their drives after they've put the box cut shaft in outside their prospect licence, because the trend and strike goes into the exploration licence that we're looking to acquire. So if they do that, then any gold that's found within 150 metres on our property and down to 70 metres, we get a 15% share as part of the transaction. If we want to, we can go down below 70 metres to say 400 metres if the reef's striking that deep, and continue mining, of which we get 100% of the gold, but that would be at our cost. So it's a great cash flow position to start off an exploration program.
Who have you got on your team to help you develop these great projects?
We've been blessed that Dennis Walsh is the owner of the Yalgogrin project. Dennis is a senior consulting geologist with Kirkland Lake and is working around the Fosterville area and some of their other areas. Dennis has had a lot of experience and probably one of the preeminent exploration geologists in Australia. Dr. Rodney Boucher is one of the vendors of the Tulane project, and Rodney has had 25 to 30 years experience in Victorian turbidites and Ordovician exploration, and clearly is a significant academic and exploration geologist in Australia. He's also a fellow of the geology faculty at the University of Melbourne, and has significant research to support his in-depth knowledge of the turbidites and other sediments within central Victoria. And in Kingston, we have Stuart Govard, who's an up-and-coming geologist, and Stuart is constantly in the field, and he will be a great addition to the team as we continue our exploration.
Phil, what's your background both as a geologist and CEO of listed companies?
I graduated from the Australian National University Geology faculty many years ago, and basically got into geology in a big way when I became CEO of Admiralty Resources in 2003, and continued my career building large projects. At one stage we had 4 projects running simultaneously: lithium Argentina, iron ore in Chile, silver, lead, zinc in Northern Territory, and cobalt, nickel in Western Australia. I've also worked in the Julian gold mine in California, the Tin Cup gold mine in Arizona, the Nazca gold mine in Peru, and we signed a LOI for a gold mine in northern Peru on the border of Ecuador, which we decided against in the final analysis. So I've seen plenty of shapes and sizes of gold properties and done extensive work on them.
Thanks, Phil. And finally, what are the next stages of progress on these 3 properties?
It's really exciting times for us at the moment. We'll start a induced polarities survey on Yalgogrin, and that'll give us some great drill targets, which hopefully will complement the amount of work that we've done there. Tulane, we already have 5 gullies and reef locations, but we'll run some passive seismic or some deep ground penetrating radar to firm those spots up. And we have about 14 drill holes already that we have data from, which is a great start. And at Kingston, we'll be identifying the strike from the existing reef near the Kingston mine on our property, and also other significant outcrops and structural geological features that we want to exploit for gold exploration. We've already looked at the breccia in Kingston and sent pieces for analysis and got some gold hits, so we're off to a good start.
Thank you, Phil, and I'm sure there will be a lot of excitement as you develop these properties and ultimately commence mining. Thank you for your time.
Great. Thanks, Susan.